We'll be back right after this. Welcome everyone to some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And how about a look at the most recent power ranking? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. You take a look at the Suns. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And checking out the Grizzlies, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first top.
Thank you, DA. Some of the best in the game go out here front. And it's Paul in at the one. And for Memphis, Jack, it's Morant. And it's Melton in at the two-guard spot. Now here's Morant. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses. On offense, here are the Suns. Bridges with it. Now Valanciunas defending. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Melton. No good that time. Some solid D from Paul. Booker with no one around, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic play.
Brooks outside. Paul against Morant. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
You gotta love how attacking Morant is.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Booker outside. Outside, Crowder passes to Bridges. Let's go. And wishes it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And most of Brooks' shots come from beyond the arc for good reason. He's an effective three-point shooter.
Here's Paul. After Memphis hits the three. No good from Booker.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Having trouble finding their legs.
Inside and stolen by Ayton. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wall finds Bridges. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Paul for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
Ayton dishes to Crowder. Back to Paul. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Back to Morant over Paul. And again, Memphis no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field.
And basketball in the
Back to the
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skill.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
So timeout called here. First for Memphis. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And they won the season series last year, trying to continue those winning ways this time around.
Brooks outside. Morant passes to Milton. Brooks outside. Bridges with the board.
He's not an easy man to stop, but he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Here's Paul. It's not going to go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Melton's shot is good. The Suns trail. Booker the pass to Crowder. He kicks the ball. Ayton dishes the ball. Outside Crowder. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Bridges. That misses off the back.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn.
Here's Morant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And there's the pass to Bridges. Booker outside. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Ball against Morant. Pass to Melton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg. This time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Paul's shot is off.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. His movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Ball finds Booker. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And how about the energy on the take from Booker? The defense looking helpless to stop him.
Memphis leading. Now here's Morant. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Oh, yes, the turnaround. Morant's got 6.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Covering. Booker the pass to Paul. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he likes to get in rhythm early.
Now, here's Morant with 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Pulled loose. And here we go. Morant into the hoop. That one goes in.
High-level finish from Morant. Showing more strength.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady.
And the Suns here with a different look. Sharge checked in for DeAndre. Kaminsky comes in for Crowder. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul.
And we just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And that was another look at the aggressive team that led to the mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Here's Tillman. Up top, Morant. And finished up by Morant.
This is a long shot. Scored many different.
So for Phoenix, their last game lost to the Warriors in San Francisco. Kaminsky kicks to Craig. Pass to Payne. Over Morant. Payne can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Over to the wing. And they double up Morant. Here's Tillman. Back to Morant. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Here's Craig. He's covered by Clark. There's Kaminsky. And the layup's good off the glass.
Such an advantage for Kaminsky. He can finish inside with either hand.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And Anderson has it in the corner. Back to Morant. Oh, good on the three. Suns trail by 6. Now Booker. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all his points.
Now here's Morant. Following this shot by Dario Saric. Kaminsky with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Here's Saric. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
You gotta respect the interior game of Sark. I mean, solid using his size for his advantage.
Allen outside. And again, Memphis no good. Phoenix has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Saric passes to Booker. Over Allen. And there's Booker on the assist by Saric. Booker's got 6.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. That's just asking for trouble.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll? Here's Booker. 8 points for him. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Melton in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. All against Morant. There's the one to Jackson. Up high and stuff the alley.
This is going to be team. Morant making sure to bring the ball over to his open man.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Ayton with it. He had a 30-point. Oh!
But did you see that? Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
And here's Morant. 14 points for him. And finished up by Morant.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution we love to see.
And it's Memphis on the break. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Tipped away. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Well, you look at Booker. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. And he'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bridges dishes to Booker. Up and in on the layup. Booker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there.
Morant passes to Valanciunas.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And it's Paul missing. Memphis has gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only getting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Melton, defended by Booker. Outside Jackson. Here's Brooks. And there's the bucket. Still with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Brooks has got 4 points in the quarter. Booker, right side. Kicks it out to Paul. Control for Morant. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. There's a lot of Jackson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
And despite that funky delivery, Jackson Jr. has become one of the more lethal three-point shooters in this league, no matter the position.
Give his father a lot of credit. It's in his DNA. I played with his father in Washington, and he was a knockdown, deadly shooter, champion with the Spurs as well. Now, as far as Jackson Jr., he's already shooting around 40% from the 50-yard. That's an incredible number for a player his age. It makes the Grizzlies very difficult to match up defensively.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. What you love about Crud, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Really left alone that time. Melton's got 10 points.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Passes it to Booker.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Brooks against Bridges. Loads it up there for Morant. Valanciunas, good. Now it's a 7-point Memphis lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Payne, he's checked in for Chris Paul. So it's Phoenix now. Here's Payne. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Memphis leading by 5. Now here's Morant. He's got 16. Now the feed to Valanciunas. Good. Nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Morant with the steal. It's 2-on-1. There's the pass to Melton. And they double up Morant. Pulls it from 20. Five on the clock. It's up a 3. The second effort, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. Kyle Anderson comes in for Brooks. And Allen sub in for DeAnthony Melton. Sharch is checked in for the Suns. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Morant outside. Kicks to Anderson. And again, Memphis no good. Suns trail by 7. It's Carter on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. Bridges passes to Sharch. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
Here's Morant. 16 points for him. Good. Nice assist from Morant. Clark's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Booker looking around. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
No clue where that pass is going. That is a brutal foul.
So for the Suns, Torrey Craig comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Johnson in for Devin Booker. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
Now here's Payne, guarded by Morant. Payne can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Now Morant. Feeds away. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 6 assists. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Memphis played?
Three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living and they're living good, baby.
Kenny, your take on Phoenix?
Well, they wouldn't have been in his biggest hole if they rebounded. They've got out-hustled, down low, and it cost them some points. They'll be talking about that in the locker room for sure. They know they need to improve on the glass.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And that's somewhat of a surprise, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. D9 for Morant.
I love Morant's approach to the game. Flying to the ball, challenging everything.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. With the Suns at full strength, able to win some games, he's obviously a huge part of their team.
We love seeing Brooks take these quick shots. He's skilled at realizing when he has room to get them off.
Brooks against Booker. At the top of the key, Bridges. Kicks it out to Paul, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
For 3, Booker. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
It's tipped. Ayton with it. Out to the right wing. Here's Paul. Plays it up and in on a nice reverse. Paul's got 17.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Morant. And they double up Morant. Just 4 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And that one hits back iron. Suns trail by 7. Here's Bridges. Booker left side. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Morant.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Very good. Thinking you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your AD.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Morant. And finished up by Morant.
Ooh, only to the rim with force. Whenever Morant goes hard and converts with the same.
Ball against Morant. Ball kicks to Booker. The ball. Fires the 3. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 6th assist on the night.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
That's the big reason this game is still so close. I mean, he's been lights out from long range. They're on target from the start of the half. And they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. And that makes him 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Valanciunas. Drops in the layup for 2. Valanciunas has got 11.
And that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Booker finds Paul. Knocked away. Brooks with it. Outguarded by Booker. And it's Memphis on the break. Morant against Paul. Morant outside. From past the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Memphis with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Valanciunas. It's Valanciunas finishing it off.
He uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
He's checked in for the Suns. Ayton dishes to Booker. He kicks it to Paul. Over Morant. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Morant. 3-pointer. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. Morant's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Memphis. Morant against Paul. The pass to Booker. Takes it to Ayton. Will it go? Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Phoenix making a change here. Haynes checked in. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
And they double up Morant. Jackson throws it down hard.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Timeout called, the Suns. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say, they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is, these guys work just as hard as guys work back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
It is true. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Charge comes in for DeAndre Ayton. That's Torrey Craig in for Crowder. Here's Booker. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And they double up Morant. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Jackson. Shoots it up. Misses off the left iron. Suns trail by 18. Craig gets to Payne. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Payne's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the 3-point line.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Johnson, he's checked in for Booker. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Morant passes to Anderson. To the paint. Here's Tillman. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Tillman's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Payne can't hit. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. They led the game at 1 point by 20. To the inside. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
Not much of a dunker, but Anderson will pick his spots nicely and then displays great shot selection.
Here's Payne. It's over Morant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Suns have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And the first one at the line. Ayton, the pass to Paul. Ayton trying to break free. Paul's shot is off. Memphis leading by 21. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's John Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett. I know You're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality as a friend. You just missed that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call out him an opponent and a friend, Tim Duncan. And you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. Same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
And they double up Morant. Out to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
I agree. He is smooth as silk, even in a power finish. Back the ball. To the paint. Poked away. It's scored by Valanciunas. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. The second effort. Crowder with the steal. Booker outside. Again, Phoenix.
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy.
And they double up Morant. Jackson down low. Defended by Booker. And the basket by Jackson.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
On the wing, Booker. Dishes at the ball. Morant with the steal. Here's the break. And the rejection by Ayton. They get it back. Here's Bridges. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Ball can't get it to go.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Melton. This one for 3. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Chris, we've seen in the three-point contest, they've added a pair of deep shots worth extra points. If the league decided for the All-Star game to test out a 4-point line, what would you think of that?
I'm not sure about the 4-point line yet. I think we'll always have time for that, but I don't think it's a need to rush for that. I think until everyone can shoot like Curry or most guys can shoot like that, it's just not changing because one or two guys can. When you look at offensive efficiency and another statistics, there's still a lot of ways that this game can be improved with the line where it is. I love the NBA welcoming innovation, but this is something that I think we're jumping ahead of time.
And the rejection by Jackson. There's Winslow. Good. Nice assist from Morant.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Callaway. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And Jackson throws it down home.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Nader, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah. If you're playing like Chris Paul, you better have your hands ready. If you're open, he'll find you, or you're going to get hit in the head.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Pulls it from the elbow. That one's not going to go. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. They host the 76ers after this game. And the pass to Paul. No good from outside. The Grizzlies have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pass to Concho. A three-pointer, no good. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Paul outside. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be out when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, the emotional aspect at some point has been alleviated. And I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure out. I don't think the NBA is any different.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's it for him. He's fouled out. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just switching. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at left side. And it's Adams at the 5 down low. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. The outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
Versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victim. And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength, something he's worked on now for a while.
BI has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually, that metabolism's going to slow down. And if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that from Brandon Ingram.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good.
When you add the length to the skill set that Brandon Ingram brings to every game, you really have a tough matchup for any opponent.
And he's good on the second. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Outside Jackson. Pass to Valanciunas. Inside, Anderson. Another shot. He takes it up and brings it in.
Anderson finishing through contact. I like to see him make the mid-air adjustment to get that ball off.
Mr. Williamson. And Adams kicks to Ingram. Williamson outside. The dish to Adams. Shot clock at 3. Nice game from Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
6'1" guard, Bledsoe up there with the block. Wow.
Sinks the triple.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
No question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
What a passer this guy is. I love how fast Ball is at noticing when the defense has just overcommitted.
Brooks, the pass to Anderson. Outside Jackson. Adams against Valanciunas. And it's And he keeps control of the ball. Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
So much we talk about Bledsoe's athleticism. It was an eye-opener when he first came into the league. That plays another one.
Here's Morant. The teardrop falls in. Morant's got his second bucket.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, Stanley and Dudley had a few minutes to share. I asked him about the task of slowing down John Morant. Coach said, the one thing you can't account for with Morant is his explosiveness. Everything else you can plan for, and sometimes he'll just beat you. And Kevin, that's what they mean when they say, good defense, better offense. Back to you.
Thank you, David. A free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
Just Eric Bledsoe, when he's in these games and you can see he's got hyper focus, he can become a big problem. Athletic, plays both ends of the floor, and that power from him at the guard position is very unique.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Brooks outside. Now the pass to Jackson. Over Williamson. Williamson with the block.
And sometimes it's just as much fun watching Zion go up for a hard block as it is a hard dunk.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. Out to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. In the first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Morant against Ball. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Over Williamson. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. In the corner, it's Ingram. That one a little long.
He let them make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Unable to do so.
Bledsoe against Morant. At the top of the key, Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And you see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
To the middle, here's Williamson, and the shot by Williamson.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Morant, out to Brooks, fires from deep. You can't get that one to fall. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. 3-point lead to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
The awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
Morant surveying the D. That's good from 17 feet away. Morant's got 6.
Because he's so shifty and it controls the pace. Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Here's Ball. Adams trying to free himself up. Ball with the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Valanciunas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Ball's not loose. Brooks finds Morant. Floats one, and the layup is good. Now Ball. Adams outside. Down low. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Morant against Ball, and they double up Morant. Anderson right side. Back to Morant. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
So timeout called here. But first for Memphis.
And there was so much around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Being away has been the best thing for him to focus on the task at hand.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Pass to Hart. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the dunk by Williamson.
Again, just watching Zion's leaping ability, it's over the defense, easily finds the rim.
Allen outside. Can't hit that one. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Ingram left side. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Adams on the follow. And now it's a 9-point Pelican lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the bank.
4 minutes
Here's
for
Morant.
first
Sinks that one from the
quarter.
post. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets,
Yeah,
over
Morant.
7 shots.
It's Ingram on the wing. Shoots the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight.
This is as good as it gets for first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. No good from Valanciunas.
Team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy. And there's a
Oh, slam.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
And if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Here's Morant. And Adams.
Oh.
Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Here's Ball.
Oh.
He's now 1 for 2. The Grizzlies trail by 12. It's Allen on the wing. Out to Morant. Passes it to Valanciunas. Shoots over Ball. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step
3
back.
minutes left.
Let him try to find his range.
To Williamson. Here's Hart. Launches it. John Morant grabs the rebound. Here's Allen. And 2 free throws coming up.
Wow.
With all the content. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I had the opportunity to play with him. He's something to remember. DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think I have influence of that in a couple of years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never.
He is trimmed to single digits.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Here's Ingram. Defended by Jones. On the money from 12 feet away. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percent.
Oh,
Allen outside.
1 minute left.
Here's Valanciunas.
20 seconds.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And that one's good. Ingram's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Valanciunas in the high post.
Oh.
It's deflected.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The pass to Hart. Ingram outside. There it is, his 3rd basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area, just dominating, controlling that spot.
Now here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. No good from Valanciunas.
Oh.
New Orleans leading by 12. Excellent D there from Allen. It's Allen on the wing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that and get out quick.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Hart. Jackson Hayes is out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot. For New Orleans, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Here's Valanciunas. That's tipped. Pass to Alexander Walker. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Jones with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Melton. It's tipped.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Alexander Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. In New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that field, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And the first one drops. The Grizzlies making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe.
Did a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
And here's Brooks. Passes it to Anderson to end the run.
10 minutes
Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. New Orleans leading by 19. A 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Got a piece of it. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Pelicans have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Knocks it loose. The edge stolen by Hernan Gomez. And here's the fast break. Here's Hart. Brooks covering. Pass to Hayes. 5 to shoot. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting.